Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. And peace be multiplied on all you brethren, pushing this word in all sincerity and in truth. All right. Shalom to the 144,000, hopeful elect, and the rest of the multitude of men, women, and children that will receive mercy from the Lord in these last days. Shalom. I'm the brother Dama Gabar here with another lesson, Lord willing to edify through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, Lord willing, this is edifying, but we're going to go right into it. And you see the title of this article here. It says, Top Pilot Testifies, and you see that name there. I'm not going to say it, all right? Is fumigating cities with mood-altering chemicals. You see? And this is part of the weaponization, the part of the sword, the part of the blessing of Esau Edom that he has at his disposal. And you would ask yourself, well, why would they want to fumigate cities with mood-altering chemicals? Because ultimately, these devils are at their end. All right. And one of the main weapons that Esau had at his disposal, one way that he manipulated and fooled and deceived people was through his propaganda and through his media. All right. He was able for a very long time to be able to push out lies and push out agendas and use, propaganda type of information that the people would willingly believe and, not question. But now we're at the point to where, hey, the Lord has Esau exposed. All right. The Lord has made him bare to where now he can't hide himself. And one of the things that he was hiding was his agendas, his wicked agendas, his lies, his propaganda is no longer fooling the people anymore. Now people are looking at everything that comes out of the mainstream media or agendas and, the plans of these elites. People are looking at it sideways now. People are starting to question the narrative. People are starting to really understand that a lot of things that they call seed theories are actually true and that there's some truth behind it. And now it just basically have Esau totally exposed to where now he has to, he's going to be forced to do particular things like these, which, at the end of the day, the Lord has the spirit of Esau being exposed heavily out here in the earth, and it's like everything that he does, it's being countered, it's being found out, it's being, exposed, and hey, and it's only going to leave this devil with one option, which is to come down with great wrath, man, as it tells you in Revelation, the 12th chapter, which I'm going to read a little bit later. You see? But you see, this is the length he has to go to try to further, deceive people, to, use these type of tactics and these type of weaponized, chemicals, ultimately to try to, sway people's opinion to, basically dumb you down without you even knowing it, so that he could, deceive you, man. You see, and this is how we know Esau Edom is the so-called white man and nobody else, man. All right. And this devil was being exposed, man. But in the meantime, hey, this is why we got to continuously pray every day that Yahweh Shai returns. All right. That the Lord speeds up the times so that we can be delivered out of this hellhole, because our enemy are using all of these weapons, against us to try to, spiritually dumb you down, spiritually numb you, using modern chemical warfare, which shows you that, hey, this government, is at war with you people, as at war with you American citizens, and mainly against you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This devil is trying to do everything that he can to chemically alter and chemically, make you be defenseless against all of his attacks. You see, this is why we always tell you, this is this warfare. We're in a spiritual war. Now, of course, these are physical attacks, but they're attacking you, through the air, through the creation of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, through the food, the chemicals in the food, the chemicals in the water, now the chemicals that they are releasing in the air, ultimately to render you defenseless against their left-handed spiritual attacks, man. All right. And this is why we need divine intervention. This is why faith is going to be so crucial. This is why the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and prayer are so vital, because these are our weapons, our defense, our weapons of defense against this, unseen attack by this damn devil, man. All right. So I'm going to read some of this article. Got some precepts, Lord willing, you can be edified, man. But this is what we're up against. This is the type of weaponry, that Esau is coming with. Things that can't be seen, with the naked eye. But they're attacking you chemically, biologically, with a lot of these juices, a lot of these things that they're preparing for you people to have to, take on a regular basis is all a form of weaponized attack on you, your wife, your children, and ultimately to, this is a huge part of their Depop agenda. So we're definitely being attacked. We're definitely at war, man, and we got to definitely be, in the spirit, man. All right, it says the chemtrail agenda has been hiding in plain sight for decades. You see, like I said, this is what this devil does, man. Like I said, there's a lot of this devil's warfare is behind the scenes. It's coming in a very not so blatantly right in your face type of situation, but it's more of a left-handed spiritual attack. And these things have been being exposed. These things have been being called out, but he has the ability and the power to deem anything that he's doing or when he's caught to be a seed theorist, or to call you crazy, or he could, get on the television and say that, you're a seed theorist, and a lot of people would believe it. But now he's to the point to where he's been so exposed that now people are starting to see that, hey, maybe a lot of these things that he's doing, they are true. It is real, because it is. It says everybody who has been paying attention has noticed the strange and unnatural patterns in the sky above cities and regional centers. But the mainstream media has been telling us not to believe our eyes. They have been gaslighting us on behalf of their paymasters, the global elite, and demonizing anybody who dares to ask questions and do their own research, you see? And this is why they're putting these chemicals in the air to have the effect that they do, so that they can dumb you down and numb you down, so that you don't question anything, that you just go along with whatever, is presented before your face. You shouldn't question things. Whatever the powers that be tell you, that's the truth. Anybody who's telling you anything outside of that, they're crazy, they're out of their mind, and you shouldn't listen to those people. And now they're making it to where, they're trying to, numb you and hurt you so bad that, your critical thinking skills can be totally turned off like a switch with these different chemicals and these attacks. You see, they don't want a population of people that can think, that can put, that can use critical thinking skills, that could see, to see anything. All right. They just want you to be deaf, dumb, and blind and just follow and be a bunch of damn sheep. And now they're trying to physically force that on you people with this technology. It says, unfortunately for the elite, in 2024, a succession of brave whistleblowers came forward to share what they know about the agenda to poison everything under the sun. It says, according to the mainstream media, unnatural macro cloud patterns, bizarre grid-like cloud shapes are natural, and our skies have always looked this way. Never mind the fact that nobody can produce a photograph of a macro sky or grid-like pattern in photos from history, nor can they find Renaissance or landscape paintings from the past that shows these unnatural patterns in the sky, because they never existed. These are new things. These are, like I said, this is a biological attack and warfare on the people. See? It says, the elite have been gaslighting us for decades, but we have been recording, researching, and monitoring their lies. Now, thanks to people like yourself, people who have spread the word about the truth regarding chemtrails, the damn wall has broken and the lies of the elite are being exposed. You see, like I said earlier, Esau can't hide himself anymore. All right. The Lord has the spirit of exposure, the spirit of lifting up the skirt on Esau, totally, alive and kicking in this earth, And the majority of people, it sounds so far-fetched. It sounds so crazy that the average person, they won't even believe it. Because, it just sounds too out there. It sounds too science fiction. It sounds too much like a movie plot. But these devils are actually moving under this vibration and under this wickedness. Remember, the scriptures tell you that this man comes in the working of Satan with all lies and lying wonders and miracles, man. You see? So, hey, there's nothing there's nothing too far-fetched to believe, man, because this devil is trying to take it there. He has the ability and the weaponization and the research and the scientists backing him to do these type of, calculated attacks, man, that, in warfare on people that they can't see, but it's happening. All right. It says, we are living in a golden age of chemtrails, whistleblowing, and pilots, military veterans, and aviation professionals are coming forward in their droves to alert the population about what is really happening in our skies. All right, which leads to the first precept, Psalm 64, chapter 64 and 5. It says, they, and who is the they? Esau, Edom, these elites, the wicked. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. All right, putting these chemicals in the air, knowing, well, it's going to show you in the article what they're doing. In order, for somebody who would do that and would destroy the same air that they had to breathe in order to get their agenda accomplished is this is very evil, man. All right. And this is why we're telling you, this is a man of sin. This is the devil in the flesh, the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Starting with these elites and a lot of these, goons of the NWO. It says they commune of laying snare, and a snare is what? A trap. Privily. These chemtrails is nothing but a trap for the souls of humanity, man. It's a way that they're biologically altering, the population, dumbing you down, making you disoriented, making you more depressed, making you more sad. And you feel it, man. I don't know about you, brother, man, but some days you just feel, I know I do. Some days I feel fine. I'm good. I got energy. And then some days I'll be at work and I'll just get instantly just drowsy as shit. It's kind of like, what the fuck is this? It's weird. This feels off, man. And you can feel it if you're a spiritual person. Even if you're not a spiritual person, you feel something, But, we know it all goes back to this damn devil and what he's doing. You see? And this is part of them laying these snares and these traps privily, man. Hey, that's a trap for you to spray chemicals in the air that's going to fall down upon the people and have this effect without them knowing it. That's a snare and a trap. You see? And when you start noticing, you feel, this is why depression is at an all-time high. People are, acting strange. People are weird. You got brain fog. Sometimes you can't think straight. Sometimes you're just out of it. Or these people are acting very violently, or they're acting very, weird, man. It's because a lot of this shit is being done behind closed doors and in secret by these damn devils. It says, they say, who shall see them? You see? And a lot of things that these devils has been doing for many years, they've been able to do it in the shadows, do it in secrecy, doing it without the population having any, any idea that these type of things were happening. And now the Lord is letting the cat out of the bag, excuse me, and this devil is being exposed, man. It says they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. It says, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. And they are being wounded because now they're being exposed. People are waking up. All right. They don't have the same, their lies and their deception doesn't have the same effect. People are not willingly just believing all of the bullshit anymore. Now people are starting to research and look up things, and they're finding out that a lot of shit that happens, man, is being orchestrated. It's being done intentionally. It's not just, just random things happening. All right. It says, so shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, and all that see them shall flee away. And that's what you see happening. That's why I said, all of these whistleblower, former pilots, military veterans, aviation professionals, is coming forward and exposing this shit. And this is just with this. You have this happening all around this man's system. You got a lot of people coming from different areas of, high positions that's involved with these New World Order agendas are now coming out and exposing it, saying that, look, man, this shit is true. This is what they're really trying to do. There's an agenda. There's a plan. It's not just coincidences. All right. It's a cabal of evil elites and their goons and their cronies that have been brought and paid off that are pushing these things and trying to steer humanity towards this digital beast system that have a depopulating agenda, that all the food, the water, the air is all being purposely engineered and altered to ultimately, to dumb you down, to make you sicker, make you weaker, to fuck everybody up on behalf of these damn demons. All right. It says, despite the mainstream media's effort to downplay it, these bizarre geometric lines don't resemble condensation trails, and planes in the past did not leave these lines in the sky. So it says, fast forward to 2024, and everyone in North America, Europe, and other parts of the developed world are inhaling toxic chemicals and airborne Mr. NA, according to whistleblowing pilots who revealed that governments are working with the military and private contractors to medicate the public without their consent. You see? And this is part of their agenda, and it's being exposed. And they've been doing this for years and years and years. But now we're at the point to where the Lord has the spirit of truth out here in the world. And starting with the prophets, the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, we're at the forefront of exposing this devil via prophecy, via the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right. And we're just using these other witnesses, these Edomites that are coming out with information, different articles, different YouTube pages, people that are privy to this information. They're ultimately exposing it, ultimately for it to be filtered through the scriptures and prophecy of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You see, and like we've been telling you, man, hey, this place is not our rest. This is not the kingdom of heaven, man. We're literally in hell, and we're under the damn devil, Esau, Edom. All right, and that we're constantly being attacked, and we're constantly being, this devil is trying to destroy us. All right. It says, according to a U.S. commercial airline captain who was also a military vet, there is a psychological element to the chemtrail program. Among the Mr. NA and other aerosols medical substances they spray, there is something that causes profound depression and hopelessness in people, you see? Because he don't want you people to have hope, man. You see, and this is ultimately an attack on the elect, which is impossible. He's not going to be able to deceive the very elect. He's not going to be able to manipulate us or chemically castrate us or dumb us down or, be able to, take the spirit of that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and the faith and the comfort of the scriptures and our hope away from the elect. Now, he might be able to do it to 2/3 of our people and the majority of these people in this around the earth, but not the elect. All right. We're being, Lord willing, we're part of the elect. We're being preserved. We're going to be protected. The Lord's going to keep us from the full effects of all of this wickedness. It says, speaking with his voice digitized to protect his identity, the pilot who asked to be called Johnny explains that many people within the chemtrail program commit suicide because they get exposed to a tiny amount of the material they are spraying. You see? It says a lot of guys who work on the program are true believers. They really believe they're doing something good for the world. I was once told by a pilot that some hazardous chemicals improve health in small doses, even if exposure to higher doses is lethal. You see, and that's all cap. You see, this is what they'll tell these guys doing that shit to make them feel better. All right. It says, while the chemtrail program has its true believers working from within the corrupt system, many of them have committed suicide in recent years. Not because their consciousness caught up with them, but because they were exposed to the hazardous cocktail of chemicals they were working with, and they became deeply depressed. You see, just like fluoride in our water supply, the poison air we are breathing is designed to have a psychological effect on the population, you see? And they have to, you got to think they're dumping it from so high. It's kind of like they're microdosing you. It's kind of like they're giving it to us in little bits and pieces, because they can't just give everybody a full dose at once, because, it'll be too obvious, But it's a slow kill. It's a gradual step, and it's having its effect on a lot of these people out here, man. And this is why we tell you that this man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. See, it says this, look, the whole thing is designed to keep people unmotivated, lazy, and hopeless. And you feel like that sometimes, man. Like I said, sometimes you just feel like, I know I've been just feeling, sometimes you just feel tired, man. You just feel out of it. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to work out. You don't want to think. You don't want to, work out. You just want to lay there and just sleep and just, be out of it, man. And I've been feeling this too, you see, because this is witchcraft and sorcery at its highest level. And this devil is, he's going all in, man, because ultimately he knows his end is nigh. So therefore he has to come out with the big guns. All right. And he is setting everybody up, and he's destroying everybody, even himself, man. It says everything seems a bit more gray. People can't think clearly and can't get off their ass to do anything. Cities are sprayed with this stuff when the powers that be want to make sure nothing kicks off. I've had people tell me that they can sense something different in the air. Normal people on the ground, they say that something seems off at the moment and people are all acting strangely. I can tell you this for a fact. They're not wrong, you see? And this is the devil. This is Psalms 10:8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. See, and this is why this is a global agenda. Because like I said, he wants everybody to be in this dumbed down, lazy, grayish type of unmolded spirit, so that when he brings in, when he collapses this society, when the new world order, to bring the order out of chaos, once these devils are fully highlighted for being, the main culprits behind all of it, he wants you people so destroyed, so dumbed down, so complacent that you won't even put up a fight, that you'll just, accept whatever comes your way, and so you can just be in this spirit of being defeated and less, less motivated to fight back, man. You see, it says, he doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. He hath said in his heart, God hath forgotten. He hideth his face, he will never see it. And that's the spirit that this devil has, man. Because he ultimately doesn't have any fear of the Most High. That's why he's willing to do all of this wickedness. You see? Without any fear or any thinking that he's going to receive any consequence or repercussions from the Most High. But he's sadly mistaken, man. All right? He's going to pay for all of this shit. He's not going to get away with this wickedness. All right? It says, arise, O Yahweh, O power, lift up thy hand, forget not the humble. And the humble is ultimately the elect, man. Wherefore doth the wicked contemn the Most High? He hath said in his heart, thou wilt not require. Right. That's why you got Klaus Schwab saying that the God of the Bible is fake news. We can do whatever the hell we want to do. We don't have to worry about the judgment that he can send down upon us, man. He can make it not rain. Well, we can make it rain. He can bring a famine. We can create genetically modified foods, man. All right, we can blaspheme his name and do whatever the hell we want. He wants to do. We got technology on our end. We could somehow circumvent the judgment of the Most High. And this is why they're willing to go to such wicked lengths to do these things, man. It says, thou hast seen it, for thou beholdest mischief and spite, to requite it with thy hand. The poor committeth himself unto thee. Thou art the helper of the fatherless. And break thou the arm of the wicked and the evil man. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none. And this is what the Lord is doing. See, this is why he's being exposed at such a high level. But we know ultimately the Lord has the appointed time to where he's going to act, where he's going to send back his right hand, Yahweh Shai, to crush these damn devils. But first, we know that Esau has to fulfill his measure of wickedness here on the earth before Yahweh Shai is going to be sent down to deal with this guy. You see? It says, the Yahweh is king forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of his land. It says, Yahweh, thou hast heard the desire of the humble. Thou wilt prepare their heart, and thou wilt cause thine ear to hear, to judge the fatherless and the oppressed, that the man of the earth may no more oppress. See? And that's ultimately what's going to come to this devil Esau. But like I said, first he has to play out his measure of wickedness here on the earth before the Lord is going to stand up and judge this devil. And you see the shit that he's doing, man. And this is just one aspect of it. All right? It says, according to a captain, the main reason drugs are aerosolized is so they can be sprayed on the masses from 15,000 feet. Take estradiol, for instance. It was aerolized a few years ago. Why? Take a look at the side effects. Cancer, blood clots, heart disease, strokes, infertility, feminization of men, brain fog, and malaise or low energy, you see? And that's what this devil is out here doing. What is malaise? I think that's famine, I think. Oh, no. It says a general feeling of discomfort, illness, or uneasiness whose exact cause is difficult. That sounds like? That sounds like anxiety, man. You see? That sounds like having anxiety. Look, it may start slowly or quickly depending on the type of disease. Fatigue, feeling tired, occurs within malaise and many diseases. See, you may have the feeling of not having enough energy to do your usual activities. Yeah, see? And this is what this devil is pumping and dumping on all of the people. And this is why, people are weird, man. That's why the vibration out here feels weird. The people are weird. Everything out here is sometimes it just feels crazy. It says, but it's not just drugs. It's also experimental. You see that word. It says, as the globalist elite find it harder to convince humanity to submit to the and endless those, they are having to find deceitful new ways to force their shit upon us. You see? And what is that? Oh, fuck. Salakia. Well, this is what I wanted anyway. All right. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. You see? So like I said, this devil knows he's running out of time. He knows that people aren't falling for the bullshit. He knows that he's losing his effectiveness, and now he's just coming down with great wrath. He's gonna force this shit upon the people. He's gonna shove it down your throat, whether you literally go to the doctor and take this shit or not. He's gonna force it upon everybody, man. You see, and this is why we need Yahweh Shai. We need a divine intervention to be escape from this devil. It says, we have been long warning that the elite plan to poison our food supply, water sources, and fresh air, and now they are making their move. Fluoride has been in our water supply for decades, despite the evidence that it is disastrous for the public health and lowers general IQ. Now we have evidence that the Mr. NA has entered the food supply and is being sprayed on us from above, man. You see? So this devil is, he's forcing his hand, man. You see? And like it says here, it says in 1972, the Club of Rome published the book Limits to Growth, which called for extreme depop to save the planet from the plague of humans. This book has served as an instruction manual for the global elite ever since its publication. You see, so they're ultimately, fighting against the Most High, man. The Lord said to be fruitful and multiply. But these devils have had this agenda to establish this shit, so that they could get their new world order popping off, man. You see? And more they're going to be exposed. More and more this information is coming out, man. And this is why more and more you, Jake, need to really be praying, like Elder Apostle Gabar said. You need to start praying more that the Lord destroys this place so that we can get the hell up out of here, man. All right? Let me see something. Got 2 more precepts and I'm a roll, man. All right, this is Isaiah 51:14. It says, the captive exile hastening that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. And that's the spirit that we're in, man. All right, we're looking to get the hell up out of here, man, because this damn devil, man, hey, man, we're dying just a little bit more each and every day. And this devil is getting more and more, is going to come down with more and more great wrath, man. All right. So this is not hell. This is not the kingdom of heaven. This is pure hell, man. And we need Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai to come and deliver us, which we know he will, but it's just going to be on his time. But we just have to remain patient. We have to continue to suffer, strive righteously, and just continue to pray, man, that we can be saved and delivered, because this devil is out of control. All right. This is Luke chapter 1, verse 68. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and have raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, which is Yahweh Shai, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, right? And that's the where we're at right now. We're in the hands of Esau Edom. And this article was just showing you just how much he hates you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You see the length he's going to put you in a state to where you can be easily manipulated, that you can be easily corrupted, and that he can ultimately get you to, bow down and worship him, and, worship him as Yahweh, as God, and trying to totally, sever you from your faith and your spiritual connection to your power, which is Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. It says to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant, the oath which he swore to our forefather Abraham, that he will grant unto us that we, being delivered out of the hand of our enemies, might serve him without fear. Right. Meaning we're going to be in the kingdom of heaven. We're going to be redeemed out of this captivity, out of this punishment, out of these bodies, these chains of darkness. And we're going to receive those new bodies with the law, statutes, and commandments in our inward parts, where we'll be perfect, sinless, and immortals. And we're going to rule over these heathen nations with a rod of iron. Okay. It says, out of the hands of our enemies, and serve him without fear, and holiness and righteousness before him all the days of our life. You see? And that's what we're ultimately, looking to be performed, so we can be saved and delivered. All right. It says, and thou, child, shalt be called the prophet of the highest, for thou shalt go before the face of the Lord to prepare his ways, to give knowledge of salvation unto his people by the remission of their sins, through the tender mercy of our power, whereby the dayspring from on high has visited us, to give light to them that sit in darkness and in the shadow of death. And where's the shadow of death? Here in America, man. And the Lord has given us this light, which is this truth, this glorious gospel. This is why now we're calling ourselves the Israelites. We're calling upon the names of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and we're able to pray to the Most High to deliver us out of this captivity, out of this hell, out of the clutches of death under Esau Edom. It says, in the shadow of death, to guide our feet in the way of peace. Right. And we need that now more than ever, man, because you see what these devils are up to. You see what they're over here pumping out all over the planet Earth, man. So we need to be saved and to be shielded and protected from this, man. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. All praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Lord willing, you were edified. Shalom.